Hey guys, and welcome back. So in this video, we're going to switch it up a little bit. We're not going to talk about trades. Actually, fake news. We are going to be talking about trades, but we're going to be talking about how to import trades into Trade Journal. I love it. So what you guys know is that I spend probably more time reviewing my past trades than I actually do trading. I feel like it helps me grow as a trader much quicker. OXBR, this is one of the tickers we traded yesterday, and here's some trades we did on it. So, how do I get these into Trade Journal? And let's actually go over to Trade Journal, and maybe before we go over to Trade Journal, something that we probably don't need, honestly, today is my face in the middle. But guys, good morning. I'm having my little coffee right now, and again, what I like to do is document my trades in the morning. So let's go ahead, remove some of these things so we get a bigger screen as we go to Trade Journal. So let's go. We're on Trade Journal, and if you guys don't have an account here, it's totally free use. Definitely go ahead and check it out. But most likely you already do have an account. So let's quickly go to Add Trade. This is the classic way to add a trade, and you just what ticker were we trading? We were trading OXBR. So let's just go here, symbol OXBR, right? OXBR. I gotta get used to my computer always going slower when I'm streaming. Every time I'm recording, everything just goes a little bit slower. So can't wait for my new computer. Although this thing is a pretty beast on its own. I think this was a bit of a dip slash support line bounce, unlimited, and we go through. I pre-analyzed this first trade, so I'm just gonna go ahead and document this. Already. We have the YouTube video where I talked about this trade already. And what I also like to do is I like to take a screenshot, and I like to make sure I have the 1 minute, I like to have the 5 minute, and I like to have the daily. And then I just go here and let's see where this is. And what ticker was it? OXBR. And then we have this one. I already took a screenshot. I did a little bit of stuff ahead of time just to make it quicker. And then I saved the trade. The only difference is I would usually go here and add all the actual entries. And sometimes this is really cumbersome. And the reason it's so cumbersome is, sometimes you'll have like 6 entries to one trade, right? You buy partial entries, you get filled partially. You might have multiple averages into a trade, or, you might average out into a trade. So before you know it, you're loaded with entries. And if you're, like me, I always like to make sure like my date time was perfect, so that doing all these trades would definitely take a lot of time. What I mean by perfect was very accurate here. So let's just kind of remove these. Actually, we don't even have to remove them, but let's just go back and go to the trade here. And now we're looking at this trade. So we have basically the raw trade, but without the entries. Now, how do we get all these entries imported in and match them up to the trades? Well, this is really the beauty, and this is something I've been debugging for about 2 weeks myself. And it's brought from my data entry time or my trade review time from probably like 60 minutes plus to about 15 to 30 minutes. And I could probably even get it under 10 minutes. The only thing is I really do take a lot of my time to review the trades and, fill out some proper information here, and then really just kind of enjoy my coffee and stare at the trades a little bit longer. So I really give myself a lot of time for this, and I think that's really important. So let's go over to the import tab, which you guys are probably aware of. You go here and you can see all your imported trades, but how do you get them into your Trade Journal to begin with? You got to click on this new button here, import new entries, and then you go to this screen. So in this example, we're going to be showing you how to import trades from TD Ameritrade. But just as a quick little example here, you could actually import manually kind of fill out a CSV file and import it from anywhere. And I'm going to show you how to automate this as well. But basically, the key part is it has to have these fields, and the fields don't even have to really be populated, but it has to be in this layout. So that's the key thing if you're trying to adjust this for any other broker, but we'll tell you how to do that in a second. Right now I have an example set up here for TD Ameritrade. So let's go ahead and open this one up, and then let's talk about how to use this a little bit. All right, so now we're over here at Trade Journal, Google Sheets, transaction import. And step number 1, and this is really the most important step right here, is to edit this Google Sheet, you have to first make a copy. So go to File and then click Make a Copy. File, Make a Copy, and then you call it whatever you want. I'm going to call it mine, Alex's tradejournal.co. Go ahead and click OK. I already just did that as a test, so just make sure you, so here's basically mine. I'll just, yeah, pretty straightforward. So now we want to obviously populate this sheet with the trade. So let's go ahead and do that. To get started, go to the transactions page on TD Ameritrade or whatever broker you're using. And on TD Ameritrade, it's under My Account Overview, History and Statements, and then Transactions, or just click on this link and you will basically just go right over here. Again, that's My Account Overview, History and Statements, and then Transactions. And what I like to do is import after every trading day. So that's why I just have here for day. I click on day, so it only shows up the trades of the last day, and which would be the 11th, as today is the 12th. You can see here, August 12th. So let's go back here, and these are all the trades. So perfect. We're following right along with the steps. Now we have to copy all the transactions. In the details, it says click left of the first row, first column date, and drag it all the way to the last row column reg fee. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. So here's the first column under date, and we want to drag here, and then we want to copy all the way down here to this last column under reg fee. Let's go ahead and press Control C to copy all this information, and let's go back here and see what we have to do. So go to the Add Trade TD Ameritrade Transactions tab in your Google Sheet. Remember, this needs to be your copied sheet. Yeah, you guys cannot edit this one. You have to do your own. Okay, that's down here. Perfect. Okay, so what do I do here? Let's go to the next step. Click the top left empty box above 1. So here's a 1, and then to the left of A. Okay, so here's A, there's an empty box. Let's go back to this tab, and boom. Let's click this box, and let's press Control V and see what happens. Okay, boom, the trades are now populated. Now I've noticed sometimes the trades, the first trade gets moved over a little bit. Just press Control C after you highlight it and move it to this tab, and then you can just delete it, empty spaces, although that's not required. The most important part here is not to use Control X, because there's some formulas at the auto split tab and you don't want to go ahead and mess that up. So we have an auto split tab basically going through this information and splitting it up into different columns. And this is the part where, like, let's say you use, Robinhood or Webull or Fidelity or whatever platform you're using, you can go ahead and make sure that, change these formulas out and make sure that this information can also be copied no matter how your format, your imported information looks like. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in the next tab. So here, this is really where we're going to talk about it. So go to the Download as CSV File for Import tab in your copied Google Sheets. Oh, sorry about that. I'm like stuttering over here. I'm still drinking my coffee. Okay, so let's go to this tab and let's see what's going on here. So now we have all the information, and the key information here is the fact that we have symbol, date, ID. This is empty. This is for trade journal. We have amount, price, fee, entry type, and reg fee. Now, not every field is required. I think date is required, amount, price is required, and that's it. You don't need symbol, you don't need fee, you don't need reg fee. It just has to be in this layout. You'll also notice that this is a little short here. This is actually kind of ending a little bit too soon. So let me go ahead and stretch this out. This is looking good. And sometimes you import too much or like too little, and then just make sure to delete it. So make sure all the information right here is adding up. Okay, that looks good. Let's go to the next step. Review data. We just reviewed the data. Some columns may need to be manually cut or extended, like the entry type column. That's just what we did here. The entry type column, we extended it a little bit. Next thing, download CSV file. And to download the CSV file, what's really, really important is you have to be on the current sheet. So let's go to download as CSV file for import. That's the file all the way to the right, or the tab all the way to the right. We click file, we say download right here, and then we say comma separate values, and boom, that should have downloaded. Looks like it's good to go. Let's open this in the folder, and I already did this as a little bit test earlier, so let me just kind of, whoa, that was a little bit glitchy, and this was the test one I did. I just wanted to make sure everything worked fine, and what I like to do is kind of rename these files right here to the day I'm obviously importing, And let's go ahead and close this for now. Now let's go back here. So we did all the steps. And again, guys, this auto split is quite important, and just making sure all these fields align. Now, that's why, I mean, you could use this for any sort of brokerage, and just email me at alex@tradejournal.co if you have any questions on how to, customize this for your broker. Should be fairly straightforward, but I would be happy to work with you. And then in the future, on this import tab, we can maybe include some more examples for different brokers. For now, I know a lot of you guys use TD Ameritrade, and I use it myself, so I made an example for TD Ameritrade. So let's go ahead and upload these, and right under this is where I have all my screenshots of the past trades, and I think it's under downloads. So under downloads, we'll have this, and then here's the one that we just made. Let's go ahead and import this one. Should go fairly quickly, and this is really where the magic comes in. I've been debugging this for several weeks, and there's one little funny thing I've noticed. This table sorts everything properly, but the pages, the pagination is lopsided. So the trades I just imported are actually on page 2. That's a little bit of a bug we'll go ahead and fix, but just kind of a funny little quirk there. So now I have all these trades imported, again, not too many, or entries imported, I should say, not trades. And you can see that this column is empty. So these are the actual trades these entries are affiliated with. Okay, well, they're empty, so we got to go ahead and populate them. So you guys probably remember, we made this trade back here, the OXBR trade, and it has no entries. So let's go ahead, note the number, it's 1560. And then let's go ahead and, okay, so here's OXBR 1, 2, 3. So we had 2 entries here and 1 exit. So let's go ahead, click, open these 3 up. And then let's match them up with the trade. This goes very quickly, and it's just absolutely a beautiful, fun experience. I honestly, I don't want to sound overly, thrilled by it, but when you've been doing this data entry by hand on the dates for several months, and now you can just quickly assign these entries to the trade, I gotta say, it's a beautiful thing. I could almost cry. My risk is thanking me every day. So okay, we now have these trades or these entries associated to this trade. So let's go ahead and see what this looks like. Let's go ahead and just refresh this page. Boom, there we have it. So now we have these 3 entries associated to this trade. It's amazing. You can see the entry, the exit, the position size, all the fun little stats about it. And then if you go to the trades tab, you can obviously see it added there. Let's actually go to the trades tab. And mind you, you can still go ahead and edit the trade and the entries and all that fun stuff as you please. This is just for really making the whole progress a little bit quicker. So on the all trades, I think it's still loading. Like I said, guys, when I'm streaming, my computer goes very slow. So if you guys are part of the live streams, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are if you're watching this, this is why I'm like, oh my God, first 5 minutes of the market open, TOS is very laggy. It's just, that's why I'm a little bit less aggressive in that first 5 minutes, because it's extra laggy with TOS. So these are the 3 trades we just imported. So let's go ahead and refresh this page as well. And you guys, these should populate. Okay, these are at 560, looking good. Like I said, this is the trade that we can obviously edit if we want to. The entries are down here. We can feel free to edit these as we please, but we don't have to. And then you can see that this trade was now imported, $65 profit, $2,400 position size, 2.7% win. You can see that all the information we added here before is now here. We have the picture, we have the text, my thoughts on it. We also have, you can edit it, you can delete it, and you can view the whole trade itself. So that's pretty much the quick and simple setup now. A future addition we will probably incorporate with these import trades is a way to automatically create the trade as well, and kind of have a wizard you go through to add the information, the details, and maybe the brokerage and whatnot, and then make this even quicker. But for now, this is a big step in the right direction. I think a lot of people will be really stoked about this. I know I sure am myself. and I've just been having a blast using it. I know that sounds like a little bit corny to say, but I really gotta say, after you know, manually typing in each one of these numbers, I thought my wrist was about to just, you know, walk away, and I couldn't be more happy to yeah, use this. So enough rambling for me, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and document the rest of these trades, study the charts a little bit now, which I now have more time for, since I have to do less data entry, and I will see you guys on the stream later today. If you're not part of the channel yet, definitely consider subscribing. I'd love to have you join the community, and if you are enjoying this content, and if you enjoyed this content right here, this video, if you found some use in it, don't forget to drop a like, guys. I really appreciate it. Till next time, guys, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.